Welcome to Direct Edition. Hi, I'm Iyare and we're here once again at a place in space in London, Shaftesbury Avenue. If you've got 5 minutes, then we've got 5 brand new comics to show you from this week's new releases. This is Infestation Outbreak issue number 1, carrying on from where the first Infestation series left off. I missed that series, so the big question is, picking up this first issue, can you follow it? Can you keep up with what's going on? I actually found it reasonably easy to do so. They do a good job of kind of helping you understand what the scenario is and giving you an idea of who these characters are to start you off. Add to the fact that, you know, it's a cool story with lots of portals, vampires, zombies, and a whole new idea of magical technology. I really found this a real fun episode to enjoy, and one that I wouldn't have any problem recommending to someone who was into that whole post-apocalyptic scenario type of thing. This is Infestation Outbreak issue number 1. It's out this week on IDW. You should check it out. So generally I tend to steer clear of books that spin off video games in particular. Often you find that there isn't a hell of a lot of story or characterization going, and they're only promotional vehicles for a more profitable project, i.e. the video game. This, however, caught our eye. Beautiful art on this book and a little bit of characterization and story that seemed to indicate that it might lead to somewhere a little bit better than your average video game spin-off. Interesting premise in that the Earth has been hit by a massive asteroid. The best and the brightest, in preparation for this cataclysmic event, burrow underground and try to wait it out in stasis. They emerge hundreds of years later. The world is clearly a different place, and they are tasked with the job of trying to rebuild humanity. It's good stuff, beautiful art, as I've said, really quite a nice debut issue. Will it sustain itself beyond the promotional cycle of the game Rage? Who can tell? But for a debut issue, not bad. So this is Rage issue 1, out on Dark Horse Comics this week. So this is issue 5, the final part of the Silver Surfer mini-series, where they brought the Silver Surfer back to his own title. It's been pretty cool. I really love the art on this series, and essentially they bring in the Surfer, they take away his powers, they give them back to him, and they get him a little bit of cosmic love. Add into the pot the Fantastic Four, and it's a pretty fun book, but it also shows you the challenges of taking a character like the Silver Surfer and putting him into his own ongoing series. Would this be the direction for a series like that? Probably not, but I hope somebody works out how to do it soon, because the Surfer is a very cool character and it'd be great to see him on a regular basis. For now, we'll have to make do with this. Check it out, the 5th and final issue of the Silver Surfer mini-series, out this week. This is issue 1 of the Swamp Thing mini-series, branded as the aftermath of Brightest Day. Brightest Day probably wasn't DC's brightest moment, not an essential comic book event, but this has started off in a real fun way. Constantine tracking down the Batman to try and deal with a problem with the Swamp Thing. Chuck Zatanna into that mix. Am I the only person who likes Zatanna? I just thought there was a lot about this to like. Real fun little comic book, and one that I think is worth your attention and worth checking out. It's out this week, Swamp Thing issue 1, out on DC Comics. Bum, bum, bum. Here it is, the issue where it finally happens. Oh my God, they killed Spidey, you bastards! Alright, absolutely tear-jerking issue of Ultimate Spider-Man as he faces off up against a super ultra-powered Green Goblin, and it seems fitting that that's how he meets his end, or does he? Because Spider-Man's like Marvel's goose that laid the golden egg, and even though it seems pretty much like he's died, and I'm not blowing anything here, it's called The Death of Spider-Man. Alright, so it pretty much seems like he dies in this book, but does he really? I'm not entirely convinced. We'll see what happens in the aftermath of this. How are they going to carry it on? It's not going to be the adventures of Gwen Stacy and Mary Jane, surely. Is that what we're going to have to sit through till we wait for Spidey to come back? I don't know. But here you go. It was good fun. Great Brian Michael Bendis script. Awesome art. Loved it. Had great fun though. I cannot see Spider-Man staying dead, but that's just my opinion. Check it out for yourselves. The Ultimate Spider-Man, Death of Spider-Man, issue 160. It's out this week. It's finally out. All right, so that's all we've got time for this week. It's great to have you with us. We'll be back next week with more brand new comics for you to check out. In the meantime, make sure you keep in touch with what we're up to. You can follow us on Twitter. You can check us out on YouTube. And of course, make sure you check out our blog where the Master will be posting loads of cool stuff and you can watch the episodes too. There it is, that's the address. All right, we'll see you next week, and make sure you get involved with our friends here at Place in Space. Buy stuff from their eBay store. That's the address right there. Or you can check them out here on Shaftesbury Avenue. Peace out till next week.